Hey, good afternoon. Happy Friday. Russell Hotel's going live just for a couple minutes. You guys know how I do it. I do the daily check-in Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And today's Friday, so it's the daily check-in, right? So the chat is open, I believe. Let me just make sure. I don't have my glasses on yet. Hold on one second. There you go. Chat is open. I want to see if I'm live on Instagram, right? So hold on one second because I know I set it up. I think I set it up. Let me just take a look, see. Maybe I need to put my glasses on for this. But hold on one second. Let me see. I want to know if it is live on IG. I don't see no live on here. You know what? It's supposed to just pop up. Isn't this just supposed to just pop up or something? I don't know. Yeah, it's not. I don't understand. I'm doing something wrong. Okay, I must be doing something wrong because I know I set it up on the right end to do it, but it's not. But you know what? I'm not even gonna worry about it right now. I know I did it right, but there's something that maybe I'm not doing on the phone which allows it to be live. But that's all right. We'll figure it out another time. But I am live on LinkedIn, LinkedIn, what am I live on? LinkedIn, YouTube, and X. Okay, so I am live on those platforms. So thank you guys so much for joining this quick little daily check-in. I do this Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, like I said. I also do On Air with Russell of Hotels, which is that live hospitality talk show that everyone's been talking about. That's every Tuesday at 1 o'clock, okay? And I do have a show coming up this week on Tuesday where I'm going to have a guest, and that's going to be Mr. Calvin Tioki with RevPar Media. Oh, I almost forgot. RevPar Media is the name of his company, so look him up. But he's going to be here on Tuesday. We're going to chat it up. We're going to have some conversation about hotels, of course, revenue. How hotels? What should they be doing to make revenue now? And what is this with the lack of social media that hotels are doing? You know, we don't do enough of that. Maybe he has some insight on that, right? Because he does consulting for that. He speaks all over the country, you know, regarding revenue and things like that. So we're going to have him come on. We're going to have a conversation with him. It's not an interview. It's just a conversation. He got a job. I got a job. Okay, so we're not trying to do all that. But we do want to know how he got in the industry, what made him start RevPar Media, and what's the whole premise of RevPar Media. So we're going to ask some questions. We're going to have some conversation. We're going to hang out a little bit. Also, on Monday, I'm going to be hanging out with my girl, Kat Von B, a.k.a. the Traveling Greek. We're going to be hanging out at the Pendry Hotel in West Hollywood. Okay, so we're supposed to meet there. I haven't seen her in a while, so we are going to do that. It's texting me. I don't know what that means, but anyway, I don't, people call me and all this stuff while I'm doing a live. I don't get it, but hey, that's all right. But anyway, I always have a topic when I do this. And before I get to the topic, as you can see, this is the Vail Resort and Spa in Newport Beach. I was there last Friday with my client. They just finished their conference, and we had dinner there. So great location. Resort and spa, great golf course. I think that's the 14th hole right over there, I think. I'm just making it up. I don't know. But it's a beautiful golf course. You can't really see this. This photo doesn't give the place justice. I mean, you can see the ocean from here. If you can see on the horizon, you can see the ocean. You can see the harbor area with the boats, and there's houses on the harbor as well. So just a beautiful setting. One of the beautiful settings of Southern California, right? Newport Beach. I mean, have you ever been there? I don't know. Maybe you haven't. Okay, but you need to go and check out Vail. And it's spelled right, VEA. Okay, and I have the specifics of Vail just so you know. I always want to make sure when I show a new hotel that I give you all the details of it, or the specifics, like I call it. 400 guest rooms. So it's kind of a big box hotel, if you will. 27 meeting rooms, 72,000 square feet of meeting space. Built in 1975. You would never know it. And the last renovation was 2023. So, the rule of thumb is like 7 to 10 years. Every 7 to 10 years, a hotel should do some type of renovation. So they just did it last year. Okay, so it's a brand new product. So if you haven't been there, you need to check it out. They have a phenomenal restaurant with phenomenal food and beverage. They have non-meat eats. Yeah, you heard it. They have non-meat eats as well. So, of course, I enjoyed it. Right? They had this soup. It was like more of a, what was the name of it? Like a butternut squash soup, that kind of thing. Oh man, it was so good. Oh wow, and it's vegan, right? Made with coconut milk instead of regular milk, or instead of cream. So in coconut, you can have coconut milk or coconut cream, which is a thicker consistency. So it kind of similar to, like, cream, the milk cream that you would make soup out of, or whatever. Uh, Same consistency, just doesn't have the fat, the animal fat that that cream has in it. So there you go. Just thought I'd throw that in there. I don't know why, but just thought I would. But anyway, hey, this is an extension of yesterday's daily check-in that I did. So yesterday we were talking about what are the responsibilities of a director of sales and marketing in a hotel, right? So, and who is this for? And people are asking, like, you do some of these topics. Who are they for? Well, they're for people that don't know what a director of sales and marketing, what their role is. And there's some people that are existing directors of sales and marketing that don't know what they're supposed to be doing. Okay, I'm just throwing it out there. Some of them know, some of them don't know. All right. And then what about the people that are coming behind them that want to be directors of sales and marketing? Maybe they don't know what that entails. Maybe there's someone out there that's working in another department in a hotel that's interested in sales. They don't break it down. I don't know if you know that. Unless you work in a hotel, you know that they don't break it down as far as what is their responsibility? What is the sales department's responsibility? Okay, you say sales. What does that mean? Okay, is that getting business in? Yeah. But what about the marketing aspect of it? They're responsible for that as well, right? So I talked about that yesterday. Today is more direct sales, okay? But if you're a sales manager and have aspirations of being a director of sales and marketing, maybe you don't know what that even looks like or what that consists of. Maybe you don't have that mentor yet to explain that this is what you need to do to get to that point. And when you get to this point, this is what you're responsible for. When I came up, it was like pulling teeth to find out, because I came up in operations first. And it was like pulling teeth to find out exactly what sales did. I mean, what are you selling? I didn't even know, right? And I worked in the hotel and I didn't even know. And no one could really explain to me, because I don't think they understood it, or maybe I'm going to look at it as, well, what do you really do then, But as what I was seeing as I, stayed in operations and kind of moved up, you would see, a lot of appointments, a lot of entertaining, wine and dining clients and things like that. Like, okay, well, why are we doing that? Or we're taking cookies. I see the salespeople leaving the property and they have boxes and bags of cookies and all this kind of stuff. Oh yeah, we're gonna go visit our clients. To do what? What are you doing? Well, we're just gonna go visit them. We're trying to get business. Well, how are you trying to do that other than the cookies? I mean, that's a good start, but explain a little bit more to me. And no one would explain until I just kind of had to set some people down. You corner them, and then they start talking at that point, right? And then they see your interest in it. And it took forever for me to break into sales, because you always need a mentor, someone that's on your side to kind of take you through the ropes, if you will, or maybe put you in the position where you can be successful or you can be a salesperson. Well, I didn't find that in a couple of properties. I had to keep searching until finally someone took a chance on me, right? So, but at that point, I knew what I was getting into then, because I did enough of my homework to know exactly what they were doing, what they were selling, what was the whole nature of entertaining and all that stuff. So yeah, I had to figure it out. But then there was someone, Tom Torrance, that gave me a chance. So wherever you are, Tom Torrance, appreciate you. Thank you so much for giving me that chance to be in sales and then to eventually become a director of sales and marketing. So boom, there it is. So, okay, so today we're going to talk about quickly about these things. This is, like I said, I talked about marketing yesterday. Today is about sales. And these are responsibilities as a director of sales and marketing that some people may know, some people may not know. So hold on one second. Number one, generating revenue. Identifying and pursuing opportunities to generate revenue through room bookings, event bookings, corporate accounts, and group bookings. Developing and executing sales strategies to meet or exceed revenue targets set by the hotel management. Okay, so everybody has a budget, right? So there's a room budget, and it's broken down by market segment. Okay, so it could be corporate, it could be corporate transient, individual business travel. It could be tour and travel, which now we're talking about groups. It can be corporate group. It could be SMERF, which stands for social, military, educational, religious, and fraternal. So instead of breaking all those up, they put it all into one segment, so to speak. And then you got sports. You can have entertainment outside of that as well. It just depends on the nature of that particular hotel, right? But it's all about generating revenue from those particular market segments. What about events like corporate meetings or weddings, social events? All those kind of things generate revenue. They generate revenue for the food and beverage department as well as the room department, because some of them can have rooms, even if it's a wedding group, right? They can be staying the night as well. Maybe the wedding party is going to stay the night. So that's generating business or revenue for that particular group as well. Number two, prospecting and lead generation. Identifying potential clients, customers, and business partners through research, networking, and outreach efforts. Generating leads through various channels such as cold calling, email campaigns, attending industry events, and utilizing sales databases. Yeah, sales is an ongoing thing. Some people just think, okay, we do this and that's it, right? But no, there's multiple things you have to do. You have to get out of first of all, you need to get out of the office, right? Everything cannot be done in the office, okay? I just mentioned networking and outreach efforts. Okay, that means outreach means get out, cold calling. That means knocking on doors, and sometimes you get the doors closed in your face, or sometimes they don't even let you in. Well, these days it's hard to cold call because we used to go door to door, right? So we would go to an office building, start at the top, work our way down, right? That's what we used to do. But now, because of since 9/11 and COVID, all these things inhibit you from going into buildings. At least probably 99% of buildings you just can't get in without an appointment. So you have to set appointments now. So it's not like cold calling, but I guarantee this is what someone's doing. They may get an appointment in the office building. This is what you should do, right? It's what we used to do. We would get one appointment in the building, but then once we're done with that appointment, we would hit all the offices around there, right? Just to come in. You're not soliciting. You're just basically dropping off information. That's where those cookies come in place, right? So, hey, we just happen to be in the area or on the floor. We just had an appointment with Joe Smith over at XYZ company, and we noticed your company as well. We just want to know if you had needs for hotel accommodations or meeting space and things like that. And I understand if not, I know you're busy. We didn't have an appointment, but hey, this is just, for taking the time. Here's some cookies. Here's a dozen cookies for you. This is my card. If you ever have any, need for accommodations or meeting space, please give me a call. Do you happen to have a business card on you? Boom. Give you a business card. The email's on there. Boom. Now you add that to your mailing list, your email list, right? So that's what we used to do, right? I'm sure everyone still does it now, right? Yeah, I'm sure they do. But yeah, that's what it's all about: prospecting and generating leads, right? If you're not on the phone, you got to be in front of someone. If you're not in front of someone just talking, you need to be breaking bread, having lunch, having cocktails, whatever, entertaining, whatever you need to do to get in front of someone to create a sales opportunity. That's what you need to do. So it's an ongoing thing. It's not just picking up the phone. It's not just emailing. You got to get out and make the phone ring or the email ring, or the email ding. You got to make the phone ring or the email ding. The email go ding, that kind of stuff. Some people have it set up where you get an email, it goes ding. Okay, so Make the phone ring or the email ding. I just came up with that. That's just off the top of my head. Okay, moving on. Number three, client relationship management. I'm fighting a sneeze right now, right? So I keep doing that because I don't want to sneeze. Client relationship management, building and maintaining strong relationships with existing clients, corporate accounts, event planners, and travel agencies. Okay, let's talk about that first, right? Client relationship management, building strong or maintaining relationships. Once you get them, you got to keep them, right? I mean, there's going to be things that can come up that, maybe they'll get, ticked off about certain things. Maybe their guests weren't taken care of, or their clients, their internal clients weren't taken care of when they went to your hotel, right? Well, those things, there's a conversation with, if it maybe the check-in process didn't go smooth as they wanted. Well, that's just a conversation we can have with our front office manager or rooms director or whatever. Let them know, hey, this is what's going on. And that way, you go back to your client and say, hey, I talked to our front office manager or our director, and he's assured me or she's assured me that this won't happen again. In fact, we're going to upgrade him next time we come. That's all about maintaining strong relationships. Corporate accounts, right? Especially when it comes to corporate accounts, because corporate accounts they can be responsible for hundreds, if not thousands, of room nights to your hotel every year. So you want to make sure you take care of them. Some people say corporate is not back like it used to be. There's still corporate business out there. We just have to find it. We have to locate it. It's out there, but it's hiding under different segments. Maybe we're not doing everything we can to ask the right questions to see which segment, certain guests should be under. Because, like it or not, anyone that walks in the door is given a market segment. You're in a box somewhere. If you're corporate transient or, IBT, individual business travel, your group of, a corporate group that you're traveling with other people, you're having a meeting in your hotel, whatever it is, tour and travel, your leisure, your Smurfy, whatever, everyone has a category, a market category or market segment that you're placed under. Okay, so, but at the end of the day, you need to build the relationships. Event planners, I'm not an event planner, but hotel site selection people or meeting planners, you need to have a relationship with those people as well. What about what was the other thing that I was just looking at? Travel agencies. What about travel agencies? Yeah, they're still around. I remember someone said, there's still travel agents around. I thought they went the way of the dodo. The dodo bird is extinct, right? Okay. And someone told me, I thought travel agents were extinct. I'm like, what? Where have you been? This is somebody that supposedly was in the hotel industry. I said, no, they are not extinct. There's still 250,000 travel agents out there. Some people have transitioned. Some of the travel agents have transitioned out, but there's still people out there that are travel managers, and they're still doing that, right? They still have IATA numbers. Hotel companies are still paying commission, all that kind of stuff. They still exist, and they're still important that we network with them as well. Okay, so, and a lot of these travel managers or meeting planners or hotel site selection people, we have IATA numbers as well. So we can be considered travel managers or whatever you want to call us, but we have the IATA numbers as well. So there you go. If you didn't know that, now you know. I have an IATA number. I can be classified as a travel manager, travel agent, however you want to say it. I have an IATA number. So we still do exist. And you need to follow with those people. You need to create relationships with them as well as a sales manager or director of sales and marketing. And the last thing on that was providing personalized service and proactive communication to address client needs. I just mentioned that a little while ago. And then inquiries and concerns. So everything's not always going to be perfect. So we have to ask that extra question to our client. Hey, did everything go well with your guest that just stayed with us, or your manager or whatever that just stayed with us? Oh, yeah, everything was great, or no, they had an issue with parking or checking in, or their room, they said it sucked, like smell, like reeked of smoke. I thought it was a non-smoking hotel. Well, you need to address those things, right? You need to address those things. Make sure they, you check the room before they check in next time. Okay. Sometimes we have to do that. We have to go that extra step to take care of our client. Because believe me, if one thing goes wrong with one client, that can create a domino effect where now they don't want to do business with you at all. So that 1,000 room night potential that you're getting on an annual basis could be gone because one issue wasn't taken care of. So you want to make sure you always take these things serious and take care of them because, you may not have to do it, but you have to have that conversation with whatever department this person works for that made this room, deficient or it smelled or whatever. Sometimes we got to have those meetings. We got to have those come to Jesus meetings, like with the director of rooms, the housekeeping director or whatever, housekeeping manager, the general manager. Say, hey, these are the things that are going on. We have to have those conversations. Sometimes they're hard conversations, but they need to happen because at the end of the day, and I hate that term, but I have to say it. At the end of the day, it's all about revenue, right? Producing revenue. Which accounts are producing revenue? And if we're losing revenue, something needs to give, right? And if we're losing revenue because we're not taking care of our clients or the rooms are dirty or they reek of smoke or whatever the heck it is, we need to address those things and make those things happen. So some of this business can be worth, millions of dollars. Yeah, it can be. Anyway, let's move on to the next. What's the next one? Negotiation and contract management. Negotiating contracts, rates, and terms with clients, corporate accounts, and group bookings to secure business for the hotel. Ensuring that all contracts and agreements are accurately documented, reviewed, and executed in compliance with hotel policies and procedures. Yeah. So everything there's an agreement, a sales agreement, a contract. If that's a negotiated rate, yeah, we want to make sure we have those. They're signed by the company or corporation who we said we're going to give them this negotiated rate, or if it's a corporate group, they're coming in on, June 19th through the 25th. We want to make sure all the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed. They got the rate that they wanted. They said they're going to give us X amount of rooms. They're going to have meeting space, all that stuff. Well, that's all generated through a contract or a rooms agreement. So all those things are generated through some type of documentation. So we just want to make sure we have all that taken care of. We're negotiating on, the best for the hotel. We want it to be a win-win for both parties, for us as well as the guest or the company, corporation, or whatever. But of course, we want to make sure we're taking care of ourselves as well, right? First and foremost. But no, it should be a win-win for both parties. But it's all about negotiation. Negotiation is a give and take. Yeah, we'll give you the rate, but I want this in return. Okay, so there you go. We'll give you this rate, but we want, a higher F&B minimum. I'm just throwing that out there, but those are things we talk about. We try to make it work. Sales reporting and analysis. Monitoring sales performance, analyzing key metrics, and preparing regular reports to track progress against sales goals and objectives, identifying trends, opportunities, and challenges in the market, and making data-driven recommendations to optimize sales strategies and tactics. Yeah, you just want to make sure that we are monitoring the sales performance. We're analyzing the key metrics, whatever those are. If that's rate, you'll make sure we're maintaining the rate or we're getting a higher rate for certain things in certain periods of time. We're listening to our revenue managers who always bark, the rate's too low, or this is the rate that we want, that kind of stuff. So, try to do what, do what you can to appease that particular person. Track the progress of sales goals and objectives, because we all have sales goals, right? We all have goals that we have to attain. Are we making those goals? Are we not? All that stuff. So, and identifying trends in the industry. What's going on? This new market segment called bleisure. What's going on with that? Do we need to, kind of dive into that and see what's going on with this bleisure market, business and leisure? Why is that combined? Are we miscoding people? I mean, there's a lot of things that go on that salespeople, director of sales and marketing, need to have their hand around, because there's a lot of things that are out of their control and they don't know. But you have to. What am I trying to say? You have to uncover things. There's things sometimes they're there that you have to uncover, that you need other departments to help you, like coding or miscoding a guest. You're you're putting them under a different market segment than they should be. Are they asking the right questions? Sometimes we have to train those people, our front office people, because they're the front line of communication with the guests, right? Why are you here? I mean, you don't ask them like that, but those are questions you want to get. Who do you work for? Why are you here? Because sometimes they can identify new accounts that the sales department never even knew. But if they don't know that they could be a viable tool in that, if they don't know, they don't know. People don't know what they don't know. So sometimes we have to get people involved in our meetings. Like we're going to have a meeting with the front office staff, meaning the salespeople. We're going to explain what we do, what we look for, and we need your help with this. If you see a new company coming in, flag it for us, and that way we know to follow up with that person. Get a business card or whatever. That's how this stuff works, right? But we have to, as salespeople, we have to work every angle. Our internal customers are the people at the front desk, or our people, the housekeeping, whatever. Those are our internal customers, right? So you have to look at it like that. It's not just the customers that are out there. There's going to be people that come in your hotel that may be worth, a couple $100,000 in business if we identify who they are. Okay, it could be worth more than that, but we have to identify who they are, and we cannot identify who they are if we don't, educate our front office people on what to look for when people check in or what questions to ask. There you go. So you talk about responsibilities of director of sales and marketing. That's some of them, right? So just take a listen. If you're just now coming on now and you're like, what the hell is Russell talking about? That's okay. We got the replay, right? You can go back and listen to it again in its entirety because that's what it's here to do, right? It's all about education. I am not going to delete it. It's there for people to see or to listen to at their leisure. Okay. I try to be fancy. But anyway, so that is that. Once again, this is the Vea Resort and Spa. So every scene that I showed was the Vea Resort and Spa in Newport Beach. It's the front office area, right? So kind of cool, right? It's a kind of cool place, kind of sleek, kind of modern, kind of, hip, cool, whatever you want to say. Let me show you one other. This is the lobby area, and it opens up to like a patio outside. As you can see, those gentlemen right there, I think they're the two guys, yeah, they're sitting outside. And I think the Wi-Fi works out there too. So yeah, next time I'm there, I'm gonna be sitting right where that guy in the blue coat is sitting, and I'm gonna be working on my laptop because I know there's free Wi-Fi out there. Hey, and did you know that Vea is a Marriott property as well? Yeah, it's part of the Marriott collection, one of those 30 brands that they have. So, but yeah, so you can sit inside, you can sit outside. It was a beautiful day when I was there last Friday. Yeah, it was a week ago today. Yeah, so any questions at all, please feel free. Email me at russell@russellofhotels.com. Remember, I do this daily check-in Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And then I do On Air with Russell of Hotels, which is that live hospitality talk show everyone's talking about every Tuesday at 1 o'clock. And this Tuesday, I will have a guest, Mr. Calvin Tailoki. He's with RevPar Media. Look him up and see what he does. And we're going to talk about, I'm going to have some questions for him. We're going to have a conversation and have a grand old time, right? And then some other things are coming up next week as well. But as they come, I'll let you know. I don't want to bombard you with every single thing at one time because I got so much stuff going on, as you can tell. But anyway, did I just tell you that I just finished my, cutting my yard? I do my own yard work, so I did that. I think I started about 10, maybe about, no, it was about 10:30, 11 o'clock. I'll say about 11 o'clock. So it took me a couple hours to, to get it done. So I got her done. And I said, you know what? I'm going to get her done, and then I'm going to come and do this live, this daily check-in, and then with the rest of my day, right? So got this done, got the yard done, got the live done. I'm good, right? So anyway, that is it. No comments today. That is okay. That is fine. We'll get them next time. But anyway, you guys have a great day and enjoy your weekend. Enjoy your Saturdays and Sunday. Watch lots of sports, whatever that is, because that's what I plan on doing. So until next week, you guys have a great one. And as always,